So welcome back, everyone. We're now live. We do have to do a replay before, but now we're live, and we have Doc. He's the owner of Hypnotic One, and he is here with us. And I am so excited to also announce that Doc is also my executive producer for my new television show that I'm doing. Welcome to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about you. And I know you've been on my show for over 7 years. A lot of people have heard you, but there's a lot of new people, too.
Well, I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist. Otherwise, people say, what is that? Well, I do not do stage work. I use hypnosis for therapeutical reasons. Otherwise, if you want to get rid of an addiction, if you want to get rid of a nasty, bad habit, or maybe you want to start a new beneficial habit, whether it be in business, whether it be personal, maybe stuttering, anything that you haven't been able to correct, we show you how to do it.
Well, I'll tell you something. You've been doing this for over 30 years, and you've helped a lot of our listeners. And now you're going to be helping a lot of the viewers out there. That's going to be so much fun to do that. But you do things that are, what people need to understand, that these are customized programs to meet their needs. Let's talk about them.
Well, say if we're working with smokers, if I have 100 different smokers, I'll have 100 different programs because smoking is not their problem, and I custom build every program for the person. Smoking is only their symptom. We get rid of the problem, the underlying problem that causes them to either be a smoker, be a heroin addict, or being an alcoholic. You know what, there's so many people out there can drink 1 or 2 drinks of alcohol that doesn't get drunk, and how's come everybody else can't? Well, they can, but they just got to reprogram their mind to do it. So the thing is, we just make life a much simpler. Health, wealth, and happiness, that's what we all need, and so we're going to do that.
You know, you talk a little bit sometimes, every time you're on, a little bit about that brain up here and what it really is. Let's talk about what that is.
You know what? Your brain's electrochemical organic computer. Otherwise, it can be programmed just like the computer on your desk, but nobody has ever taught us how to do that. And so when you get a virus in your computer, just like the one on your desk, what do? Well, you go to an IT guy and say, hey, fix my computer, get this virus and all these things out of it and make it work good. And that's kind of what we do with your mind. So we get rid of some of that crap that's in your mind that has been holding you back or pulling you back or causing you to be anxious or depressed or angry or upset. You know what? All of a sudden your life becomes a lot easier, a lot better, and you become successful, and boredom starts to dissipate and disappear.
We are live on Facebook, so I want to say hi to everybody. Like us, follow us. We're going to be sharing the show afterwards later on. And when I do that, then everybody else can start sharing them and keep on going and going and going with that. They're so much fun. Now, when you do these, when you work with people, first of all, you give them a free 30 to 60-minute consultation.
Well, yeah, because most people don't understand what hypnosis is. They only understand what they've seen on television or movies, and that has really nothing to do with what I do. We help you change your attitude and relationship with you and the situation, your future, and a lot of other things. Otherwise, it's therapy. But when I do therapy, let's have fun doing it. It's not like going to a psychologist or a psychiatrist where it's really nail biting and everything like that. No, in fact, we do get rid of nail biting. So
almost anything, I'm telling you. And I have to say that hypnosis, if no one's ever done it, it is the most wonderful thing that you can do for yourself when you have somebody that knows what they're doing like you.
Yeah. Some people say, well, I don't believe in hypnosis, and they're a smoker or whatever. And I says, well, you've been hypnotized to believe you're a smoker. Now, we're going to dehypnotize you because the thing is, if you know you're doing something wrong, that's usually called an addiction, but you keep doing it, it's against your health. You know what? We can change that pretty simple. You can break any addiction in 1 to 3 to 7 days.
That's amazing. And they don't have withdrawals, you say? And you literally don't tell them to stop anything.
Nope.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to have them call you direct because you like that.
Yep.
And you got to check him out. His website is hypnotic1.com. You can call him direct at 602-547-0446. Let me tell you something about Doc. He will not let you fail. And he also has a lifetime guarantee, so the only reason why you're not calling is because you're procrastinating, which we can help you with that too.
And that's it. The thing is why won't I let you fail? Because it's no fun for me to have you failing, and I know how to make you successful. The only way you can fail, stay home and do it your way. That's the only way you're going to fail. If you follow my simple suggestions and do a few things, you're going to find out that you're in control of your life instead of being controlled by life situations, people, places, or things.
Well, again, that number to call him direct and call him and leave a message. He's busy right now on the air with me, but he can have just anybody. Just tell him what's going on, and he can tell you what he can do for you. That number again, it's 602-547-0446. It's Hypnotic, the number one.com.
And you know what? A lot of people say, you know, well, you've heard you on the radio, but it just sounds too good to be true. How can you break an addiction that quick? Because your mind is the one that's addicted. We change it. You're not physiologically addicted to hardly anything. What you are is psychologically addicted to it. So we break that addiction in your mind in 1 to 2 sessions.
Well, you know what? We're going to talk also a little bit about that client. You help a lot of people that come in here, whether they're listeners, whether they're here on the in the studio. There isn't anybody that doesn't say, I got to go to Doc.
That's it.
So let me just say that you had a client. I had a client here, and she was listening to you. I kind of knew that she smoked because, you know, when smoker's a smoker. But she was sitting there, and she says after the show, I would really like to get your card. And how long did it take?
1 session, she was done with the smoking.
Let's talk about that. And what did she say to you?
And I worked with her a couple more sessions, just so we made sure that we took care of everything, because I don't charge per session. She could have as many as she wants for the same price. But the thing is at the end of the third one, I says, okay, what did we do different? She says, you made it so simple that I didn't want to smoke anymore. It wasn't that I was trying to break a habit. I looked at myself as a non-smoker, like you suggested under hypnosis.
Well, a lot of people say when they call you after they've heard you a lot of times people do that for some reason out there. It's crazy. But they say, oh, I wish I would have done it before. But you know what she said? If I knew it was this easy, I would have come in a lot sooner. That's another one now.
And that's the thing is everybody out there would like to have better health. More happiness or more wealth in their life, but they're just afraid that they will fail or they can't achieve it. We show them that that's just totally wrong. They can automatically achieve all that. So if you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? Would you be healthier, happier? Would you take and be wealthier? Well, sure you would. So all you need is a coach and it's a trainer and somebody that knows how to do it and has worked with over 45,000 people in 4 different countries by now in the last 30-some years. You know what? Let's go for it. Let's put all that negativity behind us. Let's start living our life in a positive way.
You have written so many different programs, and you keep on writing more because you have different ones for different people. I've been in your office. It's incredible. So here's what we want. We want you to call him. If you want to walk on water, we've said this a million times, you got to get out of the boat. So pick up the phone, give him a call, tell him what's going on, whether it's you or someone that you know that's dealing with something. Let's get him better. 602-547-0446. Hypnotic, the number one.com.
We make success just look simple, and it is simple. People, if they think the same way, they believe the same thing, then tomorrow's going to be the same thing for them. So we have them change. And you know what? They think that change is hard. It's exciting. You're never
Change
bored.
is good.
Yeah. Every time you've ever been successful in life, I don't care what it was, right before that you had to change. If you didn't, you'd get the same results. So we change and we embrace change, and we never get bored when we're changing.
I'm never bored when I'm with you.
That's it. Why would you be bored? I don't like to be around boring people. And even if they're boring, they're not boring very long when I'm around.
No, and you know what? You become a better person. This is the thing. What was that? And there was a movie out there where I don't remember his name right now, and he said, "You make me a better person." That's exactly what you do.
You know what? The thing is you really got to just focus on one thing: to be a better person than you was yesterday. Mm-hmm. That's all you have to do. Every day, be a better person than you was the day before. You have to learn something. Most people create the same problem in their life over and over. And I just ask them, I says, how do you get rid of your problems? And most people say, I deal with them. I says, no, solve them. Get rid of them. Move past it. In fact, you should solve them before they become a problem.
Tell them what you mean by a lifetime guarantee.
I don't care if it's 6 months, 6 years, or 60 years. I probably won't be here in 60 years. But if anything starts coming back on you that we worked with, hey, it's free. Come back. Give me a call. Says, Doc, I need a tune-up. How much is it? It's free. Get your butt back in here.
And tell them how come you won't let them fail.
The only way you can fail, stay home and do it your way. I'm not going to let you do that. All you have to do is come in. All you have to do is work with me. let me be your professor. I'm going to teach you some new things because you don't know what you don't know, and we're going to teach you some new things. I'll be your coach and trainer. I'll get you over the obstacles, and you know what? I'll be your teammate. I'm not going to let you fail.
That number to call him again at 602-547-0446. The website is hypnotic1.com. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we want to talk further. What do you want to leave him with?
Success is simple. Make it look simple, and it is simple, and let's practice it.
You know what? You got to give him a call. Here's the thing about it. If you don't do it, then you're never going to know. All you're going to do is have a consultation with him. It's free. He's going to give you a free 30 to 60-minute consultation. It comes along with a CD and or the MP3 player, whatever you guys need out there. He's here to help you. And the number to call him, leave a message, tell him exactly what's going on. It's 602-547-0446. Check him out on his website. It's hypnotic1.com. Hang tight. We'll be back in just a minute. So welcome back, everyone. And we're talking with Doc. He's the owner of Hypnotic One. Doc has been on my radio show over 7 years for sure, just helping a lot of people out there. We know that you're procrastinators out there. We know it because they all say the same thing. I've heard you a lot, but I never called it.
Because they think it's very difficult, or it's too easy to be true.
Or it's weird, it's foo-foo-y.
Yeah, and it's really not. It's very simple. It's like building a map to take you from where you're at to where you're going to go. It's nothing hoodoo voodoo. It's just putting in your mind and restructuring your thinking process so you think like a winner. You think like a healthy person. You think like a person that's outgoing and positive. Yeah. So what's so hard about that?
The only thing that's going to stop you from succeeding is by not picking the phone up and giving him a call.
Yeah, most people talk themselves out of success. Why would you do that? As far as I know, there's only one time around this life. Let's get all the fun, pleasure, and excitement and profit out of it.
Doc, look what's going on in the world today. We just had recently 2 people in the news literally kill themselves. Big people that you would never think would be anything wrong. Their life is terrific, right?
Yeah.
And what the heck is going on?
So little things, all of a sudden, it becomes a big thing in their mind. All of a sudden, life becomes too painful for them, so they want to exit. No, how about eliminate the problem, not eliminate yourself, eliminate the problem. So the thing is enjoy life. And there's always a solution to everything. It might not be simple and easy at the time, but you know what? It really is.
And I'm going to say this because I also just found out someone in my family is dealing with something, that they're living in California. And I want to say this out there to people. Let's say you have somebody in your family or you yourself that's listening that you know you have an issue that you're dealing with. And it doesn't matter what issue it is. It could be any issue, but it affects everybody, the whole entire family. Just think of what will happen when you make that change. You pick up the phone and you call, and guess what? You make a difference. Oh, my God, what a lift off that family with everyone.
There are so many families out there that walk on eggshells because one of them is angry or upset or anxious or depressed.
They call that the elephant in the room, I think.
Yeah, or they're on drugs, or they're the naysayers and everything else. And the whole family is centered around that person, so the whole family loses that excitement about life. People don't want to go home from work because it's the doldrums. It's depressing.
Well, some people are depressed out there for sure.
You don't have to be. Depression is self-induced. That means you're the problem, and that means you can be the solution for it. A lot of people are stressed. Well, stress is caused by people failing to make a decision, and then not making a decision. All of a sudden, they feel out of control. And if they're that way very long, they start getting sad about it, then they get depressed. And that depression takes over their whole life.
It's awful.
Let's change this. Let's change it. Have fun in life.
You've had a 98% success rate.
That's it, because I look at every situation as solvable. Most hypnotherapists out there will not even attempt a lot of the things I do. They won't help you get off drugs. They will not help you get off alcohol. They'll just do the easy things like smoking and maybe a weight loss. I attack everything because everything is usually an addiction. You break an addiction, I don't care which one it is, identical to the next one. And we make it simple. Focus on what you do want, not what you don't want.
And you know what? You got to pick him up the phone and make that call. That's all it is. And find out what he can do. If it's not right for you, it's not right for you. Usually you call back and come in and say, I should have done it sooner. So 602-547-0446. 0446. Leave a message and tell them what's going on. Hypnotic1.com.
I get clients once or twice a month ask me, or potential clients, why don't you retire? You're old enough to retire. I says, retire. I says, I enjoy what I do. I help people to go from where they're at, where they're feeling incapable of success, where they all of a sudden become successful, whether it be personally or in their business life or socially. I says, I help, and I feel great about it. Why would I want to give up that?
Why would anyone want to give up something that makes them feel good? That's another thing that you'll find out while working with him, is you're going to feel better, and it's going to make everybody else around you feel better. And the number to call again, it's 602-547-0446. I want to talk a little bit about some of the fun. I love doing this with you. So I just name things off and see what you can do with them. We've talked a little bit about addiction and obviously smoking and weight loss.
Yeah.
Let's go into some of these things like this. So obviously people have a lot of fears. Let's talk about those things that you can do with them.
Fear is actually an acronym standing for false expectations appearing real. All your fears in the future, and 99% of your fears will never happen unless you force them to be in your life.
So if you're going to be fearful, you're going to have panic attacks. Can you help them with that?
Oh, most definitely. You didn't always have a panic attack, and what you did is you get scared, and all of a sudden that fear becomes overwhelming to you. We just got to turn your mind around and reprogram that mind so you're in control of your life instead of being controlled by it.
What about this? What about people with obsessions?
Obsessions, it didn't, just like panic attack, it didn't start out that bad, but all of a sudden they keep practicing. Practice does not make perfect. Let me say that again. Practice does not make perfect. It makes permanent. If you're practicing something, it becomes permanent in your life. And if it becomes so permanent, all of a sudden it manifests itself in different areas of your life.
Wow. I never even heard you say that, but you know what? It makes so much sense. Yeah. Now, again, we're going to talk about some of the different things that you can do. Anger. There's a lot of people that are angry out there.
And that's usually with guys, but it's happening with the ladies too. It's when you're stressed out.
They're angry. All the guys would say that.
And you feel out of control. And when a man feels out of control, he's a lot of times just goes instantly to anger because he's not in control of his emotions. And it's not just guys, but the major part is. And how is it to run your life out of anger and fear? And that's what it is. They're not happy. Let's get that person where that they're in control of their life. They're not becoming so emotional, but they are taking control of their emotions and their thoughts and their actions, and they actually start to enjoy life and being around the people that maybe even cause them to be angry.
Pick up the phone. It's 602-547-0446. Make a change just by calling.
There's nothing you can't achieve by changing and doing what you need to do to get that done. Most people don't understand. There are two reasons people fail at anything. First, they don't know how to succeed. Second, they don't want it bad enough. Well, if you want something bad enough, you'll find the how.
We've been saying it. You guys got to stop procrastinating. Pick up that phone. Give him a call. Let him find out what's going on with you, and then he can tell you what he can do. 602-547-0446. We're going to say this too. You know, when you come on the show, there's been several times that you always have brought somebody with you where they have like a family member, and then there's another family member that comes on, and another one. Because once you help someone and they see what you do, they're like, they can't wait to have you help someone else.
One lady sent her girlfriend in to see me. We got her off smoking and got her out of depression, anxiety. Well, actually, then that lady herself come in to see me because she couldn't sleep. We got her to sleeping, and then she sent her husband, which was the other girl's boss, in to see me for anger, got him out of his anger. Then they sent their 3 kids to me.
You see, and it becomes a family. It does.
Because once you're successful, you want to share it with your friends. You want your family to do it. And then you think, why didn't I do it before? That's so simple what he does.
Exactly. And that's exactly what that lady that was on our show, that she said it. If I knew it was this easy, I would have done it sooner.
People don't do things because they're afraid of failure. And some of them are afraid of success. But the thing is, because they self-sabotage. Yeah. So the thing is they won't move forward because why move forward if you're going to fail anyway? Well, we take that out of your mind. you're going to succeed because we're not going to let you fail.
That number to call is 602-547-0446. Leave a message and tell him what's going on, and he's going to tell him how he can help you. Let's do a couple of other of these, okay? Sleep.
Sleep is natural, but it's not natural for a lot of people now. They're stressed out. Their diet's wrong. There's 15 to 20 different reasons. Maybe they're on medications, the wrong one that's keeping them awake. They're stressing out so much about their kids or about their spouse or about their job. They're stressed out. They're not allowing themselves to go into a very beautiful, restful, recuperative sleep. Some people tell me that, yeah, I sleep good, but I take a medication for it. I says, do you wake up feeling refreshed and positive, ready to go? Well, no. I says, then you're not sleeping good. You should be able to get a restful, recuperative sleep in about 5 hours a night. And doctors say, well, that's not enough. You need 7 or 8 hours. Well, if you're getting a quality sleep, you really don't need that unless you're sick.
Doc, you do a free 30 to 60-minute consultation for everyone. It's free. You're also going to get that MP3 or the CD, whatever you need. Let me tell you, that will help you sleep right there. It's perfect. Everyone loves those. They love them. It's a customized program to meet your needs. He won't let you fail. It's a lifetime guarantee. Tell him what you want to say as your final last words.
What is your underlying reason and cause and problem for the symptoms that you think is your problem? That's what we find, because the symptoms that you have is not your problem. We use hypnosis and NLP and a lot of other modalities go back and find out what your underlying problem is, whether it's in childhood, whenever it was. All of a sudden you'll go back there, we'll turn that around, and all of a sudden you just start feeling great. It's like having a 20-pound weight lifted off your shoulders. You start looking at the sky different. You look at people different. You're positive. You're optimistic. You're outgoing. You're looking for opportunities instead of problems.
That number to call again. Leave a message right now at 602-547-0446.